So we've come through to the Skeetpan at Killarney, which is our local racetrack here in Cape Town. And the reason we've come here is twofold. One, we want to try and get some nice footage of the vehicle, but more important, we want to see what does the vehicle do under certain circumstances. It is not that difficult to build a vehicle that can drive fast. But can you drive a vehicle that can be controlled while it's driving fast? So what we do is we look at what does the suspension do under extreme circumstances. So there are a few things we're going to test today. One of them as well is we're going to have hard acceleration. So we position ourselves and we go as hard as we can through gear 1, 2 and 3. And let's see what the vehicle does. Does it leave? Does it stay? Does it need a lot of control to keep it in a straight line? The other thing that we're going to do today, we're going to drive circles, what everybody calls a donut. I don't particularly like the expression, but we're going to do donuts. And what we're going to do is, if the car is driven that hard, what does the wheel on the opposite side do? Does it start lifting? Does it actually let go of its grip onto the front of the vehicle? So the other big thing to test when doing something like this is temperatures, engine temperature. So obviously engine water temperature. When a vehicle is being used like this and abused like this, there's very little airflow through the radiator. So the car is completely reliant on the water system, how the water moves, how it's getting cooled down, and how does it come back to the engine. Very little airflow. You can build a vehicle to understeer or oversteer. The safe thing to do, especially when you're a novice in a vehicle with a lot of power, is to have it understeer. You don't want a vehicle that oversteer. Oversteer means that the back of the car just comes past you for no reason. The moment you drive too hard, it comes past you. So those are the things that we want to look at today. That was great fun. Obviously, it's always great fun, but it was also very successful. So we had Faizal, who is a racing driver, to drive the car, or some people call it a pilot. He's an excellent pilot, and he does this for a living. He does all kinds of racing, but we used him today on the Skeetpan.
Yeah, so that was a bit different to what we normally used to. Obviously, the 350Z has a lock diff, but we're getting it sideways. Just a battle to keep it going sideways. Other than that, I think it's a very good machine. Obviously, this is not purposely built for drifting, but we are doing some tests on it. It's a very well-built machine, so safety shouldn't be an issue. Obviously, you're not going to be drifting this car around, so I think it would be a perfect road car. Lots of power, lots of responsibility that's going to come with it, but overall, an awesome car.
What was interesting for me is I could view the vehicle and I could see what it does. And it is quite clear that the control of the vehicle was what we wanted. Even though we didn't have a limited slip diff, which would have given us even more control, even with us not having an LS diff, that Faizal could really, he could govern when the car steps out, and he could pull it back very easily. There was no hesitation, no concern about controlling the vehicle. So today, we clearly abused it. Very little airflow, and the temperatures were amazing. It was incredible. It was exactly where we wanted it. Constant, never too hot, never too cold, 100%.
95 outside.
Yeah, that's fine.
The other thing that we wanted to look at was straight line power onto the back wheels. So we do have a massive advantage that we've got all the weight of that engine on the back wheels. We have a disadvantage, we don't have an LS diff, but we can only justify an LS if you're going to race the car. So for road use and hard track use, LS is not necessary. And under extreme acceleration, which Faizal clearly did, the car stayed in a straight line. There was no snaking. She was very happy to just go down the road.
Does the round thing really turn the car?
Yo, guys, this was an amazing experience.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity. You built something better than a go-kart. I didn't really go like full speed. So when you go hard on the brakes here, it's going to lock up anyway, even with those cars, because it's a slippery surface.
So after a lot of abuse, after pushing her to the limit, what is the next step? The next step is to do some track time. So going on a racetrack, long laps, corners, not tight like this. So, but to do that, we are going to put the body on, because then we can also compare temperatures with body on and without body on. So we're going to put the body on, we're going to put upholstery in, carpeting, turn it into a full, finished, complete vehicle, windscreen, blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to do some more testing, and we'll definitely let you guys know.